What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. Before you is a Green Mountain oil-fired hydronic boiler. We got two zones. This 3/4 inch here, that 1 inch. This is going to be for the lower level. That's going to be for the main zone. That's probably going to be a monoflow system. Two circs, so we're zoning with circulators. We got this Taco SR 502 two-zone switching relay. Fairly newish boiler. We have, even got the right relief valve on the front right there. God forbid there's too much pressure. The expansion tank fails. That's going to start dripping. Anyway, see that over there? That's a gas meter. And we have from that gas cock right there all the way to right here, 15 feet. We're going to be running some 1-inch gas piping from that outlet side of the gas meter header across to here, and it's going to be feeding a brand new Whale McLean CGA-4 gas-fired hydronic boiler. A little baby boiler. You're going to see that later on in this video while we decommission this boiler and remove the piping and put in that brand new sweet gas-fired boiler. Imagine not having to deal with the stench when you get that oil delivery, or when the oil man comes and gives a tune-in back on this burner. Yep, that's what you're gonna get with clean burning natural gas. It's a little after 7:30 here in the morning on Wednesday, September 18th. 2024. I got something special we're gonna share later in this video. I got two of these that came in the mail yesterday. This is by SendGuide. This is their H2 thermal imaging camera. And I get emails from time to time, well, all the time, on companies, trying to push their products out. And I usually discourage them with a high influencer rate. But thermal imaging cameras, I really believe, are a great tool for any HVAC technician because it allows us to see things that we wouldn't normally see with our eyes. Thermal imaging camera will give you a visual picture that will show temperature variations on a screen. And I carry this little FLIR. This is the FLIR Connect, I believe it's called. Hooks up to my iPhone, but it's very laggy, very, very laggy. So one of the things that, this manufacturer promises, it's real-time IR, perfect clear technology. So we're going to see. When we install the new system, we're going to do the combustion analysis, during the commissioning process. We're also going to take this out. We're going to see how real-time technology is in this thermal imaging camera. And then, if you notice, there's two of them. One lucky YouTube subscriber, one lucky subscriber to this channel is going to be able to get one of these for no charge, for free. I am not going to ask you for postage. I am not going to try to scam you in the comment section down below. So if someone does try to ask you for postage or send $100 here or send $20 there, it's a scam. Do not fall for it. Listen to me clearly. There's a lot of scammers out there, but I will not be asking for postage. I will pick a winner in the comment section. So details later on in the video. Let's get going. All right, let's get rocking and rolling here. Every joint per code needs to have 3 screws. So I already took out those 3 there. And one of the things I noticed is that the screws got some carbon on them. See? I wonder if this boiler is sooted up. We're gonna find out. Oh, they got a little cheated there a little bit. So I'm gonna try to, oh yeah, that's not gonna be good. Let's see what we got going on in there. Here we go. At least we got a stainless steel liner in there. That's a good thing. All right, let's pull this out. All right, put this off to the side. Ooh, not terrible, but not terrible. But I got a little bit of soot in there. Let's kill water supply. And let's see what we got going on in here. Bust open the relief valve. Power's off. Let's just make sure the switch at the top of the stairs is also off. Well, there's that switch. Let's turn this off, and we'll put a nice sticker on here when we're done. It's not going to be oil anymore. And make sure power's off. Okay. Let's get rocking and rolling. All right, I disconnected the wiring to the switch and to neutrals. This piece of BX was going down, and this piece of conduit. We're going to replace the half-inch conduit on the new install. The electrical is much lower, and we're going to put a switch down there. So this is all going to go in the garbage. Basura aquí. I let the cup runneth over a little bit. Got a little bit of water on the floor there, but it's all good. Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Daniel's made a comment off camera that there's no drain. And I'm like, yeah, there is. You want to take a guess where it is?
I guess it's inside that guy.
Bum, ba-dum.
Where is it?
Right there. Huh. Okay. Push this all to the side. All right, so now that Daniel's here, there's only one thing. There's only one person left. Peter.
Oh, he's coming here?
Why wouldn't he be coming here?
I didn't see him scheduled for it.
No, he should be coming here. You want to call him, make sure? Is it not on his schedule?
No, it was just me and you.
Oh, well. Hopefully he's coming here. All right. So I got some nipples set up. We're going to turn off the gas. I am going to do a little bit of magic here. All right. The gas is off. Let's spin off this union. I'm gonna try to cheat here a little bit. I'm gonna try to take this Street 90 out, and hopefully I got enough play here because I want to put in a 1 by 3/4 by 3/4 T here with a short, maybe a close or a shoulder nipple right there. And that way I have my 1-inch going out right out of here, and it's gonna feed our new 1-inch line. That's that 15-foot section. All right, I got the 24 on.
You didn't know he was coming here?
You didn't know he was coming here? I guess now he knows, right? Okay, let's take this apart. All right, I disconnected the union. Make sure not to lose any washers and gaskets. Then I removed this this 3/4 inch galvanized Street 90. Let's just say that's garbage now. I used a wire brush and I cleaned off the threads on this 3/4 inch black nipple. I'm gonna take some pipe dope on that bad boy. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. And then I'm gonna put on this 1 by 3/4 by 3/4 T right there. And I'm gonna try to get that back on there and put a shoulder or close right here. And there's a little bit of play in the meter bar here, a little bit of sway on that. So I'm not too worried about that. So we should be okay. All right, so I used that 1 by 3/4 by 3/4 black tee here. I used a shoulder nipple instead of a close. While I was grabbing the close from my nipple tray, a little birdie spoke to me, like, you're not supposed to use a close nipple on gas piping. And while I've never actually seen that in the fuel gas code book or the mechanical book or the plumbing code book, I went with the shoulder instead to have a little bit of girth there, a little bit of meat on the bones between the threads. I got a short little 1-inch nipple here, and I got a ball valve that's marked WOG. That stands for water, oil, gas. We're going to close that valve, and I'm going to slowly open the gas, locking gas cock that's right there with my small adjustable wrench. Back on right there. And now we have our soapy water, and we're going to spray down everything here, especially the union, and there and there and there, the top, bottom, and then let's get that as well. And then we'll check for leaks. Let's see. Stay, baby. Stay. Okay. Using my gloved hand, I am just getting all that leak detector solution, you know, soapy bubbles that plumbers have been using for centuries inside everything there. And in particular, the union, she looks good. And all right, looks like Daniel removed the supply 1-inch and the 3/4. Just saying, I don't know what's taking him so long, but I guess it is what it is. The oil tank here is going to be removed by others. Piping is cut out, and the oil gun, the burner, is off. Smashed the oil line, folded it over, cut it. The oil tank removal guy will be here to take care of that. Not too shabby. She a heavy one though, I tell you. She heavy. She either heavy or I'm getting weaker. It's one of the two. But damn, she heavy. And I like them big, but man, she big. Hold on. All right, we got the appliance hand truck. Let's see. Here we go. All right, let's switch. We'll switch spots.
You think you could pull it down without help?
Think I can what, put it on an angle to lift it up without help?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this.
You think so?
Yeah, want to bet?
No.
No?
Crazy if you do that.
Hold on.
Wow.
That's right, bitch. That's right.
That's pretty cool. Wow. Are we gonna clear with this pipe and
Uncut, unedited, raw. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. What the hell are you waiting for? Maggot. Let's go for a ride. Am I gonna clear what? The door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
right, Daniel. This is not your typical walk in the park. You gotta be strong. Are you strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you hold your balls when you respond? Yeah. All right, because if it doesn't work, we'll have to wait for Peter to get here.
No, we don't need them.
We don't need him?
No.
Okay, it's heavy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do a significant lifting. But I'll help. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Nope.
Is that one? That was one step.
Oh yeah, there's a tiny one there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it ain't going.
No. We need Peter.
We need Peter. Okay. Let's roll it out of the way. Move that stuff out of the way. Move that carpet out of the way. Move the laundry that's out of the way. That's there. Put this right there. Perfect. That was like a solid thud.
Yeah, it's heavy.
All right.
Cool, yeah.
What we need is muscles. We need muscles. We don't have those. All right, got the new boiler. It's 8:30. I'm just thinking we're gonna be so close to the water heater, but I want to do center of the boiler, center of the chimney. Oh, look, it's coming out on a little bit of an angle.
Cocked, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, come out a little bit more. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this down so make sure it doesn't fall. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're probably gonna push it over just a hair more. We're gonna have a 6x5 smoke reducer right in there, and we have a 90. But honestly, if we move this, if we just scooch it over just like maybe like 3 or 4 inches, I think we would be almost, because that's coming out at an angle. This is center. You see how it's like that? Yeah. Just got to get a crimper on that. Daniel, you know that I'm giving away one of these today in the video?
Nice.
Yeah. So by the way, they claim that it has like real-time IR technology. You know how my FLIR One Connect lags a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently theirs doesn't lag at all. We're gonna see. It's gonna be pretty epic if it doesn't, right? Because this is like $500 on Amazon.
That's pretty expensive.
You know how much my first FLIR i7 was? 1800. Come on. I bought it like 15 years ago.
28?
Like almost $3,000. And I made what I charged for the leak detection, and I know this is gonna sound horrible. I charged the same amount for the infrared camera, thermal camera for the service that I provided. I did give him a break on rerunning the lines. It was a Levitt house, and they had the lines in the slab, domestic water, hot and cold. Yeah, so I took care of him. It was like $2,000 to repipe his house 15 years ago. Damn, I was like giving away the farm. It's crazy. Sweet. Okay, let's rock and roll. We're gonna. This nipple here is just loose as a goose, so we're gonna take this out. We're gonna spin on our field installed, factory supplied, 1.25" by something T here, and that's for the temperature and pressure tridicator gauge. So let me get that out of the bag, which is right there. All right, a few minutes to 9 here. This is what we got done so far. Taking a little bit of a break. Came up with a piece of 1.25". Got a 90 there. Short nipple, another 90. A shoulder nipple, the spiral vent, And I have the 2 outlet 1.25" by 3/4 pre-built manifold. I got one on the supply side. I got one on my return. We're gonna have them go out that way. I'm gonna take this, which is now a supply. We're gonna make that a return. See, instead of this return is gonna be a supply to right here. This supply is gonna stay a supply, not only because there's a flow check right there, but it's a monoflow system. And if you follow that pipe, that 1-inch pipe, there it is there, we come across, and then we come across this monoflow tee right there. If we reverse it, we're not gonna have any heat. So the 1-inch supply is gonna stay a supply. That's gonna connect to the circulator right here. And this one will be the supply for that 3/4 zone, which is not a monoflow. So I'm good. Doesn't matter what direction flow is there. Got the relief valve there, 30 PSI. We're gonna start piping this in. I got a 1.25" clevis hanger here. We're gonna take a piece of threaded rod. I'm gonna connect right to that floor joist, conveniently right there where I need it to be. It's like dead on. Crazy how it just fits perfectly right there. The bottom of my spiral vent will be my expansion tank and my isolation valve for that, and the pressure reducing valve and flow check. Check valve. So I love using the spiral vents. This is a lot more than an air scoop. But with a spiral vent, I don't need to have that 16 inches on both sides before there's any turns or fittings. Read the manual, folks. It's listed. This is how you can do it. And all those little crazy things that are inside there, that's a bubble eliminator right there. Beautiful. Clevis hanger, torpedo. I pulled down on it a little bit. We're good. Once we get some weight on there, once gravity takes effect, that's gonna look awesome. 1 zone, 2 zone. This is gonna go to there. This is gonna go right to there. I'm quite happy so far. What are you doing?
So if that one's not going to be going in there, that one's going in there.
Which? Don't worry about this. You're going to take that. You're going to cut this with a coupling down there. Yep. Switch this over. Or, I don't know, repurpose that. Recycle. Reuse, recycle, replace. Mm-hmm. But make that one like the bottom one. And that is going here. So the return will extend that. And across and to there. All right, 934, 33, something like that. Supply returns are done. 1-inch. I used a Webstone circulator isolation flange with purge right here on top. 3/4 here. I find it easier to do it this way. You have a restriction. Let's just talk about piping sizes. This is 1-inch, obviously, for the whole loop. This is 3/4, right? This is almost 3/4. It's under 3/4, actually. I don't see a difference of sizing this up to 1-inch, right? When this is 3/4 here. So to make ordering simplified, this is how I order them. 3/4 outlets, 1.25" on the supply. Got a cap right there in the end. I don't remember tightening it up, but I guess Daniel did. No, I did. I tightened it. No, I remember. Sorry.
Yeah, I held back for you.
Yep, exactly. Held back on the spiral vent. The 3/4 zone, again, Webstone, 3/4 circulator isolation plan with purge right there. Came up with a piece of copper pipe, pressed 90 by Viga across there, the 90. Cut that short and reused the existing line that was there. I just cut it short, and I got to tell you, this is looking really, really, really perfect. I'm going to start working on the boiler water supply, expansion, and pressure reducing valve with check valve. And hopefully, I'll be able to align myself with that 1/2-inch domestic cold water line. All right. Domestic water is done. I got the Calefi 1/2-inch pressure reducing valve. Backflow prevention device. It's a check valve. That's all it is. And let's...
Ooh.
What?
For tonight, they gave out 60,000 tickets. There's 18,000 seats.
Tonight's Trump rally. The first ever, at least in my recollection, Republican presidential candidate rally on Long Island in New York.
60,000 tickets, though. That many
Yeah.
people long enough.
I know. They, I will not be surprised if the people of the state of New York flip the state to red. Hochul will be running scared.
Well, isn't most of Long Island Republican?
Yeah, majority. Yeah. What screws it up? What screws the state up for not flipping red? The 5 boroughs of New York City. Sorry, the 4 boroughs of New York City. Staten Island is a red island. Westchester County, Albany, the Tri-Cities area in Albany, Rensselaer, or whatever it's called, Troy, the capital district, and Buffalo.
You straight, Peter?
Oh, where do you go?
Peter?
Hold it there. Don't move it. You good?
Well, I don't know if I'm straight.
Not getting far from straight. Okay. What was that? 30 and a half. Eyeball. Okay. Let me put the expansion tank on here. Oh, you didn't wire the... Okay, here we go. Let's wire in the block to vent switch, also known as the spill switch, to resettable switch right there. So if you ever have, guys, if you ever have no heat, you have a boiler, and it was windy, for example, try hitting that button right there. All right. Every boiler, atmospheric venting boiler, has something like that on it, at least from the 1990s and later. Again, just about done with that. Let me hook my expansion tank on there, and yeah, we're gonna do the gas, electric, a little bit of flue. And maybe we're out of here by 12. You know what? Oh, you know what's nearby? All American Burger.
I've never been there.
Oh.
How far do you need now?
From here?
Yeah.
It's on the way back to the shop, kind of.
40 minutes.
No, 40 minutes from here.
That's what Coliseum?
No.
Halfway. I'm not even...
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from here. With traffic, could take an hour and a half, but
West, right?
yeah. The Trump rallies in Uniondale. It could. Yeah. And by the way, it's probably going to be a zoo there.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I just won't go.
Maybe.
Mom's not going. Yeah.
Okay.
Peter, straightness. What? How does it look?
Oh, it's straight as this, not straight.
Straight.
You did say Satan-ness.
Straightness.
It sounds like it's straight.
Straightness. How much
Straight.
straightness?
It looks perfect.
I don't know. Are you straight?
I'm straight.
We know he is. By the way, you got a picture of your girlfriend?
I could show you personally. No?
Okay, let's see. Hold back on the... Oh, you keep spinning it, yeah. Looking really, really nice. Want me to hold back for you? Okay, go. And we'll make extra point out. Keep going. Almost there. Okay. Sweet. And we'll take a little Sharpie, or even better, a little sticker, label maker. And put today's date on it. 9/18/24. Wow, this is the first boiler of the heating season, which hasn't started yet. It's still summer. Right?
Did we do any over the summer?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe some wall hungs.
The guy with the cats.
I don't know. I don't remember.
In it's like Lawrence, but it's like in...
Oh, that was last year.
Oh.
Okay, this is open. Let's close. Close. Okay, so now the circs are... Oh, man. Just resting on it. Someone's going to complain about it. You know that, right? Okay. And we have that one and that one. Wow. Electrical, venting, gas, 1043. And I don't have any fancy schmancy bubble wrap in the background like some crazy social media influencers do. I don't have a fancy bender like you see some guys do. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but, you know, why? Why go through that time and expense when there's nothing wrong with some fittings? And hopefully by 12:30, 1 o'clock, we're at All American Burger. All right, I got some of the gas done. I came up in 1/2 inch. Got a 1/2 inch 90 there across. I thought that this 9-inch nipple was gonna be long enough to get outside the jacket of the boiler from inside the, I guess, burner vestibule area, but it's not. So I put a coupling there, extended it out about 4 inches. I got a 3/4 by 1/2 inch black T there, 3-inch black nipple of 3/4, 3/4 black cap, 6-inch black nipple, 3/4 inch union, 5.5 inch black nipple, gas cock, and now working on the gas. So I'm gonna come straight up, shoot across there, and my 1-inch black is right here right now. All right, we're gonna come across here, and hopefully we'll be all right. If I have to break down across, I'm prepared to do that. Let me show you over here. We have a 25-inch nipple here, and it puts us after the water and before the 1-inch on the primary loop pipe, and that puts us right there. Peter's cutting a piece of pipe to connect this 11 inches, and we'll connect that 1-inch. Let me go show you some things you don't normally see on this channel. We have a conduit bender.
Yeah.
Piece of conduit. Daniel, yeah, you good?
Yeah, I have to put a box up here.
Up where?
Here.
Why?
Because the wire's not long enough to reach.
Oh,
There.
you don't have a 1/2 inch box? I mean, a single
No.
gang box? Okay, all good. Let's go outside. You didn't grab the actual pipe cutter for this. That works though, I guess.
In the shop.
Maybe Mike has it. Yeah. You can also use a bandsaw too, but all good. So Peter's got the rigid 600 machine out. He's cutting some pipe. Perfect. We're gonna end up threading probably both ends of that, but for now we're gonna make that 11-inch piece up and play a game of Connect 4 here.
¿Se sube ahí? Si no cierra la puerta, no sube. Si yo la abro después. Ahí está. Porque tenemos que levantar primero nosotros. Sí. Ponga ahí todo eso. Ponga bien. No la levanto, espera.
Lay down, there you go. Peter is using bandsaw. What's that for?
Sorry?
What's that for?
Shoot.
Yeah, but
54 and a half.
yeah, 54 and a half. That brings us into the boiler room. And as long as my measurements are correct and that wall is perpendicular to the foundation wall, then it should be 54 and a half. So Peter's gonna cut this pipe. Sorry, he's gonna thread the end of that pipe with the rigid machine, the 600. All right, so I know we're not reaming the pipe, okay? In case you're wondering, guys, we're not reaming the pipe. So, applying some oil. And I will assist in the oilage, in the oiling. Nice and clean. Excellent. Wrong way.
I've done that every single time before.
Yeah. Imagine back in the days where there was not a machine that rotated the cutting die. Imagine that.
That'd be rough.
Imagine you did it by hand with a ratcheting cutter.
A lot of work.
Imagine building a piping for a steam system back in like the 1910s, 1920, 1930s. Crazy, huh? All by hand. You'd have big guns. All right, so, and by the way, you know, this video clip right now is 7 minutes and 20 seconds long. And that was just one length of pipe. So you have, let's say, about 10 minutes worth of work to cut one pipe, right? With the Mega Press G, it cuts it into like under a minute. You cut the pipe with a bandsaw.
Oh, yeah.
You put the fitting on, you press the fitting in, and done. Under a minute.
Crazy how much time it saves.
Right? But I wanted to break out the machine. This one gets very little use. We have, I think, 2 600 machines, and then we have the one that does up to 2 inch in the shop.
That one's heavy.
Yeah, that's why it comes with wheels.
Yeah.
So there's that. We got to put up. Just make sure you don't take it. We got to put a 90 on the end of this. Remember that. Did you bring a 90? It's in your pocket.
Thought it was. I'll grab it from Dan.
Yeah, a 90, a pipe wrench, and some dope. While it's still on the tri-stand, let's, prep the pipe as much as possible. We're gonna have to put a coupling on that end, a 90 on this side. This puts us into the boiler room. The water heater's right here, the boiler's right here, and I measured 35 inches off the wall was center of the gas cock nipple union, and then the 3/4 by 1/2 inch T that goes into the boiler. So I measured 35 inches from center off the wall. That's to the left of the water heater, and then X amount of inches from there was the end of the 1 inch that's in that other room. So hopefully we're good. Measure twice, cut once. That's what they say, right? Or is it cut twice, measure once? I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. It's still 15 minutes after the hour here at 11 o'clock in the morning on September 18th. A 73-degree day, overcast, a little humid, but we're okay. We have a German Shepherd eyeballing us over there. I think he would probably eat smaller dogs, like a certain dog that a Plumber has in Massachusetts. Oh,
What type of dogs do you have?
I don't know.
What's the name? Sally or something?
No.
Are we using the new zone switching relay?
Yes.
How do you want it tied in?
Easiest possible.
Well, like, can I mount it to the boiler?
Whatever you think, you know, the shorter run would be better. Keeping it on the wall is fine. You know, shorter electrical run.
Yeah, but then I have to run electric to the box from the...
You could do that from your box that's in the ceiling already.
Okay.
Right? Oh my God. I can't believe 10 minutes and 30 seconds into this clip, I caught you doing that. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. You know, even Godzilla knew better after a while.
I've worked on black pipe.
What, you work on white pipe instead?
White pipe, yeah.
You know, you never showed me a picture of your girlfriend.
I know, I got...
We got distracted.
I'll still show you.
Yeah. What's her name?
It's confident.
It's confidential. Okay. Ladies, he's apparently he's off the market.
Yep.
He's off the market. But Peter is known, I've heard, to have multiple girlfriends at the same time.
Again?
Standing. Look at him.
Yeah, he's just being funny. Big dog.
I think he would eat us for lunch and then have dessert afterwards. All right, so Daniel's working on the electric. We got a nice piece of conduit in there. I try to do one better than the last. That's my philosophy. We're getting there. Listen, we're not electricians. It is what it is. But anyway, from there to there, 35 inches or whatever that number was. And then I measured to right there, which is the end of the 1 inch. That puts us into this room, hopefully right there, and we'll be good. Ezekiel. Zion. You have like 4 middle names too?
This is William Edward.
Peter William Edward.
Pretty white and basic.
What the hell? You're Ezekiel Zion. No, Clarence Zion.
Clarence is obviously Poppy. Where does Zion come from?
Clarence is Uncle Butch.
Uncle Butch?
Poppy's Danny.
Uncle Butch.
Butchie?
I would be surprised if you boys have family like from like the 1800s, 1700s, like in the South.
Well, I'm adopted from Georgia.
I know, but like, yeah, you could be.
Oh, like South.
Like South, yeah. You know, when I was in Nashville, I went to a plantation. I did. It's a museum now. And you know, I'm going to bring a reference, and I you know what, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, because Air Force None, you know, he got thrown out of the Air Force for being a racist. Anyway, so he calls, you know, those columns that are in front of like majestic style homes, like large homes. You know what he calls those columns?
Slave pillars.
Exactly. Big giant plantation houses that 1700s, 1800s have these columns in front of the house and like the stately homes. So he calls those slave pillars. So this house had stone pillars. It's crazy. I actually went into a slave cabin. It's crazy stuff back then.
Was it comfortable?
Was it comfortable?
Yeah.
You know, it was a log cabin. You know, I wouldn't mind if I was in the country or like in the mountains. I would love to have a log cabin. You know, listen, you know, it was weird times back then, but whatever.
Depends who you're asking.
Where you going with that? Oh, okay. You're going that way. There we go. All right. Right there. All right there. Can you, hold on. We got to use 2 hands for this. All right. We got that in. We're there. We're going to come down because there's a lot of stuff in the way here. We're going to come down here and then come across and then down. Only because my measurement is off. I messed up here. We'll be all right. All right, so this is the last piece of gas pipe. You can work on that end. I'll work on this end. We have a 1 inch. Oh, what's going on here?
That thing wants to thread on today.
We have a 1x3/4 reducing coupling. I got a short 1-inch nipple there. That's going to go into the drop going down, and that connects to our boiler. Let me tighten this up. Since we have the vise here, it's easier to make up fittings while your pipe is still on the vise. And then since all the rags are here, we'll be able to clean our fittings from Cocky, aka pipe dope. Make it nice and clean. Nicey nice. One of the things I don't like about the Mega Lock is that it's leaves Smurf juice over everything. Okay. There's that. And there's that. Peter's gonna tighten up the 1-inch nipple going into the 1x3/4 inch reducing coupling, which is then going into this piece of 3/4 inch. So you're tightening up both at the same time. And as soon as he's done with that, we'll connect that inside, turn the gas on, and check for leaks. All right, Daniel's done with the electric. I am just about done with the gas. Wow. That looks beautiful. We gotta clean up the Smurf juice on the other stuff, but wow, looks great. Hold on. There we go. That looks epic. I wanted to cut a piece of conduit, which I already made, to run up along here with our BX or MC cable. But Daniel went in the bottom of it and it was too late. But something we didn't do in the past installs is using metal conduit. We've done it once before and there it is again. Looks great. We still got to put a drip leg on our relief valve over there. And let's turn on our gas. Beautiful. And if you remember earlier, we sprayed on everything. I don't smell nothing. Some of you guys like to use a a match or a lighter. You guys are smoking crack. Gas is on. Let's fire this bad boy up. Yep, I smell gas now. Beautiful. We'll tighten this up. Fire up. Oh, looks like Daniel messed up.
We're gonna mess up.
There's no power. All right, let's do some troubleshooting. There's power. You got it?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. No power.
No power. See? You did something bad in there. All right, so while Daniel's taking a look at why we have no power going to the boiler, let's take a moment to check out this thermal imaging camera that I got yesterday, and one of you guys are gonna win. So, nice, pretty open, pretty cool box. Little outside cardboard, looks good. Open it up. Obviously instructions, here we go. Here it is. He's still working on that. Power button. Let's see if it comes charged already. Yes, it does. All right, so this is...
Figured it out.
Figured it out?
Yeah. I think. No, I didn't.
You know what? Look how responsive it is. Wow, there is no lag here. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Wow. Pretty good. Do we have a shutter on the lens? No, we have a USB-C port right there. We do not have a shutter on the lens. And this little button, I guess, takes pictures. Yep, saved it. Touchscreen? Let's see, let's do that again.
That'd be awesome if it's touchscreen.
Saved, yeah, touchscreen, look at that.
That's cool.
So it's pretty cool. Want to check it out, Daniel? So, just the technical aspects of this, you know, it's real time. We just proved that. We have a temperature range of minus 20 degrees Celsius to approximately 550 degrees Celsius for the measurement range. It's got Wi-Fi option there. You can connect it to Wi-Fi. You can do video recording. And as I mentioned before, we have a resolution of 256 by 192. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Screen.
But very, very, very responsive. Very responsive.
Yeah, it is nice. It's nice. It's a nice size. It's not big.
Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see if we can do let's see if I can do a thermal camera flip. Ready? Oh,
Pointing right at you too.
yes. Wow. Let's try that again. All right, let me not drop it. Looks, even got a connection to put it onto like a tripod or a mount right there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. So we're going to use a little bit more of this while we're doing the startup and commissioning of this boiler. It's 12:30 here. Thought we'd be done, cleaned up at All American Burger in Massapequa, but not yet. But we are ready to turn it on. Take two. Did you plug it in? Nope. Yeah, turn the power off. Turn the power off.
Before I plug it in?
Yeah. Now plug it back in. Hey, Baruch Hashem. All right, so boiler is powered. We do not have any active zones calling right now. And Daniel's finishing up the flue. Peter's outside putting away the threading equipment. We got to do a drip leg on the relief valve and startup and commissioning. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. A couple things we messed up here on. I used such a short nipple there because I wanted to accommodate not having to push this out, that ½ inch there. I could have used a street 90 here, and I could have made this a little longer, and I would have been able to get our pressure gauge there. But we got a pressure gauge right there on the tridicator gauge. Daniel's figuring out his layout for the flue piping. He's going to need a short piece of 5-inch, which we have, and that will be good to go. Got ignition. Yeah, you got 10 seconds. 12:37 here on the 18th, hump day, Wednesday, the 18th of September.
How's it look?
The flame?
No,
Flue? Tits. Nice. 3 screws per joint. We're good to go. All right, before we do a little, I don't know, advertising or marketing for this thermal imaging camera, the E2 thermal camera. I thought it was the B2. They sent me the E2. All good though. Let's take a look at the boiler and what we used and how we put it together. All right, Whale McLean CGA4, 105,000 BTUs, if I'm not mistaken. Where are you? Where are you? 100,000 BTU. What's great about the Whale McLean CGAs built-in low water cutoff, integrated in the boiler vestibule. So it eliminates the need to add an 1.25 by 3/4 T on your supply piping or somewhere above the water line of the boiler. And one more part that you'd have to add field installed. Let's start with the domestic water. We had that 1/2 inch coming in, existing 1/2 inch ball valve right there. We extended that and put in a 1/2 inch press 90, about, let's say about 18 inches of 1/2 inch copper L. We got a Vega 1/2 inch press 90, short little nipple, female adapter, check valve, Calefi, made in Italy, pressure reducing valve. Like I said before, a little too close, so we couldn't add the optional pressure gauge, but we got a tri-decade gauge right there, so we're good. A T, below the T, expansion tank isolation valve. A little bit of air, got that out of there. This is nice because when the boiler's off, you can turn this off, you can open that up, bleed the pressure out, and replace the expansion tank without having to drain the whole system down. A T, nipple, inch and a, ouch, damn, that's hot. 1.25 IPS spiral vent. To the right, or the system side of that, we have that pre-manufactured easy header with 3/4 coming out, Webstone 3/4 inch, circulated isolation flanges with the rotating flange, so we can rotate that in any position you like. Offset the front of the circulators, just so it's fully accessible and you can easily get to the electrical. Above that, we have the Webstone 3/4 and 1 inch circulator isolation flanges with purge. These are drains here. And I made them perpendicular to the body of the circulator, so if you're going to hook up a hose here and a little bit of water drips, it's going to drip straight down and not drip onto the electric box on both. The circulators are connected to a new Taco SR 502 2-zone switching relay with priority. Now, if you are using like an indirect and you put priority on, let's say, zone 2, if that indirect is on, right, only zone 2 is getting power to the circulator, and that's prioritizing the indirect. We're going to put that back to off, and there's not an indirect here. Put this cover back on. There you go. These are resistors for power stealing thermostats. They come with the switching relays. We'll leave it there in case he decides one day to get a Nest that's going to steal power. He'll have those ready for him. Tubing, copper, all type M on the space heating side of the system, and most fittings are Vega. On our return side, same header. We came out with an elbow there and pointed the header straight up because I didn't want to loop back around for the basement zone, lower level zone. IPS ball valves there, size up to 1 inch to pick up that 1 inch zone return line. Pretty cool. Automatic vent damper, comes in the box, spill switch, 30 PSI relief valve with drip leg. We added this Calefi 1/8 inch automatic air vent with a nipple and that reducing coupling from 1/2 inch. Let's take a look at the gas piping. We changed that T, that elbow, into a T, and with the WOG gas valve across, up, across here to there, and drop down for our gas. Beautiful. The only thing left now is let's use the thermal imaging camera, the Model E2, and take a look at everything here. Let me try to spare you the light and the reflection. Now that A thing right there is annoying. What is that A thing doing? How about okay? Oh, modes. Oh, there we go. I didn't not read the manual, but you can see there's our circulators, zone piping, expansion tank. You see the top part is hot, bottom part is cold, and very, very quick response rate here. Very, very quick. Look at the flue pipe, by the way. You guys see that flue pipe in the display? Look at that. Beautiful.
Is this your truck?
So earlier off camera, I had my typical list out, and you know, it's basically the order of material for this installation. And Daniel never saw that before because I never really did it on paper, did it on my phone. But you know, last year we moved to a real warehouse, a real shop. Not that we didn't have a real warehouse, a real shop, but we were limited by, you know, how much growth we could achieve with the small space that we were in, which was like 800 square feet, a small little building that used to be a house. It had 2 bathrooms. One was functional, but you know, when I was apprenticing and as a journeyman, you know, we had typicals. So I have the typical list here. It's got the boiler, all the material that we use. It's a few pages long, and I'm just going through it right now and checking off what we actually used, what we needed to take off the trucks, and that way I can update the typical, and I also can really narrow down the costs of goods sold, which compromise the total cost of the job. And as a business owner or as a manager, it's good to know what your exact costs are to show if, you know, you're making money or losing money, or if you're at a good profit margin or not. You know, if you're operating at a 5% profit margin and you think you're at 5%, but you use several extra items off a truck, and now you could be at 3% or 2%, or you never know, you could be losing money. That's at 5%. So let me get your thoughts and feedback in the comments section down below. We're cleaning up. Daniel's still got to do a combustion analysis, and we need to figure out who's going to win the extra thermal imaging camera. Squeezed it right in there. Very nice. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. No more raised dome? Nah, those are much cooler than the raised dome, by the way. But I got something really special. Here we go. You guys have been waiting for this, I know, I'm sure. So, right there. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so we have our combustion analysis printout right there. Beautiful. Everything is perfect. There's the hole for that. You know how many boilers that we service? Daniel, how many, if you can estimate, and the percentage wise, boilers that we service, we've never been there before, how many actually have a hole in the flue pipe?
Never been there before?
No, we've never been there before.
0.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's like 2%.
I've never seen one that we haven't been
Yeah.
there. 2, 3.
Yeah, I've seen so once the blue moon. So I'm going to say, give people the benefit of that, like 3% of the boilers that we've never been to before have a hole that was drilled for a combustion analysis. And you know what's funny? That the old boiler that we took out, is the flue pipe still there?
I took it outside.
Yeah. No hole for combustion analysis on that one either. Oh, you could put it through the atmospheric damper. No, you can't.
Well, all they really test for is draft over the flame.
Correct. But they should be testing for
Everything.
CO2, O2, carbon monoxide, all that good stuff. And that's what we do. Because if you ain't testing, you're guessing. We've got to put valve tags on valves, which Daniel forgot to do. The gas valve for the boiler. The boiler water feed right there. The gas for the water heater, even though we're not here for that. The water heater feed valve. Why someone used L tubing here on domestic water is beyond me. You can ask the same person who used those shark bites. Maybe it was a homeowner, but it's all good. You gotta give them an A for effort. Very, very nice. Very, very nice.
Here, you figure out where all these go?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have this thermal imaging camera, brand new in the box. In case you guys are a marketing company, an advertising company representing brands, And if you want to reach out to me for like an influencer deal or for me to promote your products on my social media channels, I have a requirement that I need 2 of the item. One that we use for promotional purposes to give away to the audience, and the other one I get to keep. Whether I keep it or sell it doesn't really matter. It's up to me. And based on the product will justify what the charge will be for promoting your product. Just an FYI. So guys, we have this brand new in the box thermal imaging camera. You guys saw me use it, verifying temperature where it should be. Beautiful. If you're an HVAC technician, it's a great thing to have in your tool bag, especially if you have like a Veto Pro Pack TPXL, like Daniel and I have, and most of you guys have. It's good to have in your tool bag. There's a plethora of things you can use it for. If you're in electrical trades, identifying hotspots, circuit breakers, things like that. In HVAC, ductwork, leakage, things like that. I even found refrigerant leaks in coils with the thermal imaging camera. The possibilities are endless. So we're giving away one of these, and the rules are quite simple. You must be a subscriber for the channel. You have to leave a meaningful comment, not a book, but a meaningful comment as to why I should give it to you. You get extra points if you're in the trades and you don't have one. If you're a DIY guy, you'd really have to do a really, really meaningful comment in order to get it, because you're going to use it once and then it's a waste. So unless you can be real creative in your comment, you're not going to get it. But preference to the trades, you get an extra point for that. Meaningful comment in the comment section down below. I will pin the winning comment, and a scammer can't do that. And I'm not going to ask you for money for shipping. If you live outside the United States, I will personally reach out to you, and I will pin your comment, and then you'll know it's me. And then we'll all the payment links that I take are in the description box down below, which is PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, and what's not listed are CashApp as well. And what's not listed is if you live overseas, we may have to do some kind of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Caspa, another one. So I do take cryptocurrency because I am an investor in that. And good luck, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's installation video and the techniques that my team uses to get these jobs done before lunch. If you're in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area and you're tired of dealing with a mediocre company just bamboozling you or just making empty promises and breaking their word over and over and over again, promising to come out and do a service call for you, we're different. We really are. When you give us a call at 516-348-6300 or you schedule a service call online at pipedoc.net, you get prompt, professional, courteous, and reliable service that we stand behind for 24 months. Who else is going to do that? And on bigger jobs, we also offer interest-free financing with approved credit for up to 18 months. It's been a pleasure recording this video for you guys. And the way we installed this boiler, all in, soup and nuts, all that good stuff. The gas piping, the removal and decommissioning of the old boiler, startup and commissioning of the new one. We take great pride in our work, and we're very proud of the work that we do for the community. So if you're in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area, give us a call, 516-348-6300, to book a service call. You can also save time, book online at pipedoc.net. We primarily serve as our normal service territory, most of Nassau County and parts of Queens, like the Rockaway Peninsula. We do service parts of Suffolk County, Brooklyn, Bronx, Westchester on a case-by-case basis with an additional trip charge to make up for the time that it takes to get out to you guys. Details on our website. And if you're in the metropolitan Orlando area of Orange or Seminole County, in Central Florida, I service that area as well. Give me a call, 407-375-1100. I'll catch you in the next one. Be well, God bless, stay safe. If you want any stickers, email me, mike@mikeypipes.com. Details in the description box down below if you want to make a donation to the postage fund.